what I like to do every time that I open Shedmate is first thing that I do is I go sort by totals, Raphael.
Uh-huh.
You can show it how to do it there.
Price totals, right?
So
Yep.
when you start by price, you can see from the more expensive to the least expensive items, and you can see all of those different items there. For example, trimdeck, Zeds, and everything that's included. And you can see that all of them has this drop down now that Raphael mentioned, so you can easily go and inspect and see okay what's actually being calculated. So I think this is
Yep.
an amazing feature because it allows you to have that inspection of the items you buy. And one thing that we generally do when you're ordering is, hey, you want to ensure that what we are quoting and what we are ordering matches the price we gave to the customer because it's very, very common that sometimes you have price rises, there are things that happen and you don't know exactly what that quote is including and how much you actually is spending. And with this new tool, you can actually do that inspection if you want to have a higher level of project management in your business. So, for example, if you ordered your steel for a specific supplier and that was like in Shedmate was like, let's say, $7,500, and then you got an invoice that's like $9,000. You're like, hey, what's going on here? So sometimes they might be using a different pricing that wasn't the price you actually put in Shedmate. They might be overcharging you. So it's a way for you to actually fine tune as well what you're ordering and what invoices you're getting from those suppliers if you want to get to that level of discussion. I remember we did something similar, Renato, when you were quoting. We had kind of a Monday board set up that was we were organizing all of the quoting for each supplier. And this here gives us that ability to come back and check any project what we actually asked the suppliers in the ordering process. So lots of different benefits I see here.
Yeah, I just want to expand a little bit on the roundings that you mentioned because it's a very cool thing. Let me go back to the C profiles here, and I will open up this C119. And here we have an option, as you can see, those three little dots. When you click on that, we open a window called Property Processors. This is how we're
Mhm.
calling it. And this is basically a way for you to set up different rules on how the material needs to be quantified, right? And we have, for instance, a restriction to the minimum value, maximum value, and we also have steps, meaning like, for instance, this example for SHS and RHS roundings, these are the lengths that they're available, right, in the market. So you can set that up, and then Shedmate will obey this rule when quantifying the materials, and you will see that on the bill of materials as well. So I'm just going to use this example here just to
Yeah.
exemplify.
I can comment more on that one, Raphael. That would be actually better on in RHS, but the principle is the same here.
Yeah.
And I'll give you an example that happened with
Mhm.
one of our customers in terms of C's. So they sold a shed, and for some reason that was the wrong size. That was before Shedmate, and then they had like these sheds sitting in their backyard with a specific frame. So if you want to reuse that, then you could use something like this. Hey, I want to quote the shed, but my specific frame there is like 5 meters long, and then Shedmate's kind of round up to that one.